Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for February. Thanks for tuning in. Please join me while I shuffle. Connect with your higher self and your guides. Tune in with them. Ask them to communicate to me through the tarot any messages that you may need right now to support you on your way. Please don't multitask while you're watching this reading. I want to make sure that you make the most out of your time with me and you don't miss any of the messages coming through. You might also want to grab some headphones so that you can really pay attention and you're not distracted by anything going on in the room around you. So let's take a look at the general energies available for Aries. King of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. A lot of swords in this reading. You have the Three of Swords reversed with the Four of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords is the crossing card of the reading. Eight of Swords in reverse in the outcome. 10 of Swords here in the foundation. So it's kind of a clear reading for me. Like for most of the people watching this reading, if this is relevant for you, then what it says here is that a situation that you've been in with another person and a one-on-one relationship is over. But I feel here that there is some energy in you that doesn't want to let go. It's almost like you're making it into a choice, when actually what it says here is that it's clear that it's time to move on and let go. 10 of Swords in the foundation here, meaning like this is a closure, this is an ending, this is a culmination. And it looks like it's happening with quite some pain actually. I feel there could have been a betrayal here. There could be some kind of theft of property, money, or theft of trust, theft of, there's some kind of betrayal here. And I feel that you are not willing to accept it and you're not willing to let go. Because the crowning card position for Pentacles reversed here is saying it's time to let go. But having all these other cards here, like Three of Swords, Four of Swords, both reversed. Five of Cups reversed. It feels to me like, and with this Two of Wands at the heart of the reading, it's like all the signs are there. You've had all the red flags you need to have, but you still want to like give this person some space or a hope or give them the benefit of the doubt. But it feels to me like the damage has already been done. This person may have betrayed you, they may have stolen from you, they may have cheated on you, they may have lied to you, combination or all of those things. But I feel in you a refusal to accept and understand the truth of the situation. And you could be in denial here. That's what I feel this is. Five of Cups reversed and Eight of Swords reversed. I feel you're in denial. Even this Three of Swords, Four of Swords both in reverse. This is telling me you don't want to acknowledge what you know to be true. This is not an easy reading, Aries. Hermit in the outcome position with this Eight of Swords. Saying that you need time for healing, you need time to go within, to be alone, to kind of hear your thoughts and your wisdom come through. There's also, I'm hearing a need to shatter the delusion. Some secrets have been revealed. Some things that have been going on, some activities that have been going on for some time are now evident. And there's nothing to deny, there's nothing to question, there's nothing to hope for a different outcome. It is what it is. Two of Cups reversed here with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Also saying, like, to me this is saying that your ability to commit is what should be over here. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse. There is nothing to keep giving loyalty or energy to. High Priestess and Chariot both in reverse in the hopes and fears position. This is telling me that you may not wish to accept what secrets have been revealed recently. That's the High Priestess reversed. That's what I feel here. Like the things have been revealed. This 2 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, all saying like information has been revealed. Secrets have come out. Priestess is saying the secrets have come out. What someone was trying to conceal is no longer concealed. It's been revealed and it's evident. But this Chariot in reverse is telling me that you don't want to accept that. You don't want to move forward now with the knowledge that you have. But in doing so, you're putting yourself in a disempowered position, and that's really important to say here, I feel. The truth hurts, but ultimately it will liberate you and set you free. Because if you're continuing to be loyal to and continuing to nurture and feed something or someone that is not reciprocating you, that is ultimately, fundamentally, your how do I say that? All the ways in which you don't feel worthy and you don't love, or you don't have self-love or self-respect or self-nurturing or self-care or self-empowerment, any of those things, all the ways that you don't do that, if you continue to nurture this relationship which is taking from you, then you are compounding all those beliefs of lack of self-worth. So be careful about that. This eight of Swords in reverse at the outcome position of this card is actually very empowering. So while all of that stuff I just said there is rather disempowering, if you're maintaining a position of you would prefer not to know, or you would prefer not to take responsibility and act upon information that has come to light, that has become evident, that which was concealed is now revealed. But if you refuse to see that, then you continue to maintain a position of lack of self-worth, and you will continue to be on the receiving end of toxic behavior. But if you allow what you have learned to empower you, which is what the 8 of Swords in reverse is saying, it means you can end a cycle of destructive behavior, of, loss, whatever has been lost, whatever has been disappointing till now, can cease to be disappointing and can cease to be a loss if you accept it and end that cycle and move into a new space where those kinds of actions cannot be taken against you, because you have stood up in your own power and your own authority and made a clear boundary and said no. Then things can change from here. But if you refuse to accept and see what's evident and right in front of you, and then continue to allow individuals to steal from you, lie to you, cheat and hide things from you, or in whatever ways disrespectful, be disrespectful to you, then you are compounding that notion that you don't deserve respect. So you're communicating with yourself here, so be very careful about how you step forward from this space. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Right, King of Cups reversed, King of Swords reversed, Sun and Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel this King of Cups, King of Swords in reverse are talking about the person, perhaps you as well, right? Like then okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to take that here and put it there with the 10 of Swords. This four of Pentacles reversed and this 10 of Wands reverse clearly is saying time to let go. This 10 of Swords is saying this cycle has ended. There has been a culmination. You may have discovered the betrayal, but it's time to act upon that in an empowered way and make choices and move forward from here that are self-loving and self-respectful in the face of someone's disrespectful and unloving behavior towards you, right? And that's this person, I feel. This King of Swords, King of Cups in reverse is this person that is lying, that is deceptive, that is conceited, that is disrespectful, that is not loving. You could be dealing with a narcissist, someone who has behaved in ways towards you that is not giving a shit about you, actually. This Sun energy here is bringing this beautiful vitality to your reading, saying that you can be empowered by this knowledge. It may be painful to acknowledge and accept and realize, right? But ultimately the truth will set you free. This situation being illuminated by the Sun is giving you awareness. And with that awareness, you will be able to reclaim your vitality from a place where you've been putting it that has just been sucking it dry. So your choice here, this is your choice. This Knight of Cups in reverse is telling me, like, if at the beginning of the reading we're dealing with this, you still thinking, oh, I have a choice in this case. This is you saying, no, I'm reclaiming my energy. These two knights here are telling me, like, you are taking back your energy. You are extracting your offer or your loyalty or your love or your kindness and compassion towards another person. You're taking it back. You're extracting it and reclaiming it. It doesn't mean to say that you hate that person. I'm not saying that. It doesn't mean you don't love them either. But it is different kind of love. This is unconditional love is unconditional love. You can forgive and release and let go and still love a person. Even someone that has really hurt you very, very badly. But this is the kind of love I'm talking about, where you kind of give a person your your deepest self, your truest self, your most vulnerable self, where you care and nurture unconditionally. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about here. That's what ought to be extracted here in this situation and reclaimed for yourself. I feel that's it here. Just checking over. Yeah, these two tens here are pretty clear. Two kings. There's also two eights in the reading, so something karmic here is shifting. The High Priestess and the Chariot, they're together along with the Hermit as the major arcana cards in this reading, are very powerful, and ones which describe, again, like truth being revealed and you needing to go within to hear the wisdom of that truth and acknowledge it, accept it, and step forward in an empowered way to rise up in the face of difficulty and reclaim your energy. Alright, let's move on to the Voyager deck. I'm going to take this Voyager deck and shuffle now. Please tune in again while I shuffle. Send your energy into the deck. We're going to look at the higher octave reading here and hopefully provide a little more insight into any karmic and spiritual forces that may be at play. We could also potentially illuminate some blind spots, and perhaps your guides and higher self will instill a little bit of practical insight on how best to actually work with these energies moving forward from here to make the most out of the lessons that were being dealt. One more. Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. The Star card. Crossed by the Hermit. Interesting. Six of Swords. Woman of Crystals. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands reversed. Ten of Wands. So that same card again coming out. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Crystals. We've had that as well in this reading. There in the outcome. Four of Pentacles reversed. We had that in the crowning card position of the previous reading. Let me move these down so you can see. A lot of repeating cards in the second spread. Nine of Pentacles upright with Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse, same card we had at the heart of the reading. And Six of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So what this is telling me is that you may be having a hard time here with accepting that the bubble has burst and that a dream has become maybe a nightmare. Like what you had hoped to be your reality with perhaps a partnership is now being the lights are on. You know, there has been a switch, kind of maybe rather rapidly, from a state of unknowing to now knowing. Like something has been revealed. I've said that already a few times. A person's betrayal or dishonesty or theft or lies or cheating or whatever has been revealed to you. And you are now in this position where it's up to you to take action on that knowledge with responsibility of your own well-being, with your self-love at the forefront of your decision-making. So whatever notions you have of reconciliation or forgiveness or healing in a certain way that may be a kind of old school way of doing things, if you're coming from the perspective of, like heavy dogmatic religious background, for example, right? Like this idea of like forgiving and letting go and continuing on. I feel that is what's shifting here in this reading. Like you may be actually, that might have been something very intuitive for some of you watching. Like you might be coming from a religious background. You may have been in the church for a lot of your life, and now you're opening to spirituality. And a lot of things that have been your very stable and secure realities, maybe even including your partner, is being shaken at its very foundation. And you may be having to realize that a lot of the things that you held tightly as important cornerstones in the values of your reality are now being under question. You're questioning, you might be questioning everything right now. And that's beautiful. It may bring some difficulty, it may bring confusion, it may rock you to your very foundation. It may make you have to finally realize that you are responsible for everything. Everything you feel, your entire reality, everything you experience is entirely your responsibility. And if that's a total paradigm shift from where you've been coming from, where you might have had crutches that you leaned on, or ways that you might have framed information that helped you sort of like get through difficult situations, but now you might be realizing that all of that was just delusion and fantasy, and here you are now faced in a difficult situation, having to realize and take ownership for all of it. So that could be some of what you're dealing with right now. That could be like a very heavy truth to kind of have to bear right now, but you understand. I feel like you already know, even though it may be difficult and shocking right now to deal with that kind of truth. I feel you've already evolved enough through a lifetime of like developing yourself, and maybe this type of like consciousness and spirituality is maybe kind of new for you, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't grasp these concepts very quickly. So there is a very exponentiated healing process going on here, where you are awakening to the truth of a lot of things, and that truth may have been triggered by some kind of truth being revealed in a one-on-one relationship that's very meaningful and close to you, one that which you have maybe built an entire life around here. And so that's why perhaps from the first reading, that Two of Wands there at the beginning, I was kind of saying like, you're still pretending like that you have a choice here, but actually it's really obvious what to do. So I understand like there is a lot to consider here, given like you're basically, your entire foundation of your life may be crumbling beneath you, and you might be realizing here that you have to entirely rebuild your life from the foundation up. And that may seem daunting, but it's actually a really profoundly beautiful and healing thing here, where as a grown adult, as an individual with a lot of experience behind you, you get the chance now to do it over, and do it in the ways that are entirely authentic and real for you, with all of your needs as the most important priority, which may be that might be an entirely new concept for you if you've always put other people first. So here's this beautiful opportunity showing up for you that may be really challenging. You're having to like rewrite your own script here. But it's a very enlightening energy. Again, there's a lot of swords and a lot of pentacles in this spread. So I feel like you're having to restructure the way you think about reality. And again, that's based on this paradigm shift you're having that may be triggered by your foundation kind of crumbling away. Four of Pentacles again reversed here. And then with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse position at the Nine of Pentacles in the outcome, it's like that's exactly what I just described. You know, your needs are now the priority. You're realizing that everything you've learned up to this point may be just like a fraction off of what the genuine truth is, but that fraction might be a giant world away, right? Like you're gonna have to restructure here. You're gonna have to restructure. And some of that restructuring is coming as a result of loss and setback and some difficult circumstances where you may have had some brutally difficult truth revealed to you about a person who you may have invested a lot of effort and time and money and energy in. And you may be seeing this person now in an entirely different way. But this is an extremely exponentiated growth path. Like this is a quantum leap in your development. And it's a very important wake-up call that you're getting right now. It's very timely as well. So don't shirk away from this situation. It's definitely healing, and you are being very much held and supported by the universe here. That's what I feel with the Star as the central card of this reading. It's a very healing time. And the challenge for you right now is actually mostly about being independent and on your own. That's what I feel with the Hermit here and the Nine of Pentacles here. You know, if you're coming out of a long marriage, perhaps for some, that's what I feel for this reading. You may be coming out of a long marriage. You may be realizing that your marriage was not what you thought it was for all these years, right? So look at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Cups reversed, Temperance. Ace of Pentacles reversed, and Four of Wands. Basically what I just said. You're coming into a time now here where a lot of delusion is being shattered. A lot of, you may have been living in a sort of some slightly parallel universe to the reality of what's going on here, and you're waking up to the truth of certain things that have been, you may have chosen to conceal these truths from yourself because it kept you in a space where you could just maintain what you were maintaining. And that's fine if that's what you were capable of at the time, but now you obviously are ready for this kind of massive shift because it's becoming into your awareness. Okay, so remember that. Don't be afraid of what's going on here because it's happening simply because you're ready to handle it. You're available to the responsibility of this shift that's happening. It's a quantum leap in your personal development here. So dissolving and shattering of delusion and illusion, waking up to the responsibility of your own creative potential, seeing the potential of what's ahead of you and aspiring to rise up to what you're capable of in a difficult circumstance by really seeing with utter clarity and truth what's actually available to you, separating and removing yourself from difficult people, toxic people, difficult situations, toxic situations, being aware that your clarity and your understanding may be coming from a space where you've had to deal with loss and disappointment, but you're not going to allow that difficulty from the past make you hardened and cold and resentful. Rather, you're allowing that information or those experiences from the past to educate you, to inform you, and to show you that new ways are possible, that you can work with the energy of the past to transmute and transform and alleviate some of the old ways, the difficult ways, to show you what's possible in new ways, new paradigms, in uprising, in your responsibility, in your awareness, in your growing, awakening awareness of your co-creative power. So that's what's here for you. It's a really beautiful energy. As I said, it's coming through some challenging aspects, but what I see here is the potential for you to pierce through the veil and just open up into a reality that you know is yours to claim. You may have actually been in this space of this sort of delusional energy in a difficult, unhappy situation with someone for a long time, but you may not have been ready until now to actually, crack open the head and see without any doubt what's really here. Like this, I feel like this energy of lightning, There's some astrological events, of course, that are affecting everyone right now, and I feel like this is Uranus, right? Uranus is electricity, it's lightning. That's what I feel is this message of this card and the energy of this time in this spread. I feel like this energy of Uranus is having a big impact on you at the moment, where you are seeing, as I said, dramatic, shocking, sudden changes in your reality that you can no longer deny the truth about. So don't be afraid to move forward here. I hope this energy of this reading makes you feel empowered, makes you feel confident, makes you feel trust in the self, makes you understand that what you feel and what you know to be true is real, and that you can move forward here with a massive paradigm shift to exponentially evolve and elevate your life in a direction that is very beneficial and very positive for you, that would create space for you to be much more happy and contented. So even if it's difficult now, don't shy away from the task at hand. Keep moving forward. Keep rising up. Deal with things as they show up, one at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Trust your heart. Trust your ability to make the right choices, and you're moving forward in the right direction. Aries. That was a full transmission right there. I'm going to leave it there. I feel that's it for your reading. I'll just close by saying here, just always remember that your wellness, your contentedness, your happiness is entirely your responsibility. It's not about what other people did to you or what experiences you've been through. It's about how you rise up to meet those challenges and turn that dross into gold. It's all alchemy here. It's an alchemical process that you're in, and you are the alchemist. So keep working with that energy. Okay? It's my honor and pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.